Okay, there's been some concrete flatwork repair in the garage. So my client was curious about these and the ones on the front porch. And the builder's going to tell you that concrete does two things. It gets hard and it cracks. I get that, and that's what it does. So these cracks are typical. And that does not mean for a moment, that does not mean that your neighbors are going to come over here and develop crack envy. I wish I had typical cracks like they have. We just got pure solid concrete. Ours didn't crack at all. I feel horrible. It's just not going to happen. But since it is a common phenomenon with the building materials, I have some guidelines that I like to use that have served me. And one of them is, do the cracks get wider at the perimeter or narrower? And these are getting narrower. That's a good thing. Perimeter over here getting narrower. Alright. Are they wider than a 32nd of an inch? They might almost be as wide as a 32nd of an inch. I don't see these as being wider than a 32nd of an inch. And then there's, an eighth of an inch. If it's not a 32nd, it's not an eighth. But maybe it's as much as a 32nd of an inch in more than one location. So we do have that kind of going, up to 32nd of an inch in more than one location. So there's a little bit of concern there. So then we go, and this is the piece of resistance. Is it in plane? Well, that's dirt. I'm not tripping on it. So if it's in plane, that's pretty good. Does it mean it's going to go away? No. Does it mean it's going to heal? No. Does it mean it's not going to get any larger? We don't know. You might want to take some pictures of it for a historical record with an engineer's ruler laying next to it so you can measure it and leave the marks so that you can triangulate it and put it back at the very same place, and you can monitor the cracking for as long as the foundation. Maybe you could do something like that. But that's what the cracking is, and that's what it does. And yeah, you got quite a bit of it here, and it is, I hate to be the one to tell you that it's typical. And I turned this on and went around the corner, so it hasn't turned itself on. I turned it on. I did the switch. We're not going to do that anymore. We did this switch. We're not going to do that anymore. And then look at all the wires right next to the fire. I mean, somehow that just, color me naive, uninformed, uneducated, dumb. I don't mind. As long as my client's taken care of. Why is that so close?